Hi, my name is Coral Carrison-Link, and I am a licensed professional counselor in the Denver area. And I specialize in working with issues of anxiety and depression, trauma, grief, and relationships. I deal with individuals in a relationship who are struggling with patterns that they see keep coming up over and over and over again, and they can't figure their way out of it. And so some of these patterns that I see are things like insecurity, fear of abandonment, neediness, afraid of being rejected, or feeling like they can't get close to someone. I use a modality called EMDR, but before we go into that, I think it's helpful to understand how anxiety and trauma work on the brain. When trauma happens, it gets locked in parts of our brain that we have a really hard time accessing. And so it just stays stuck there until we do something to really activate it. And so when we use EMDR, we help activate that trauma so that we can move it from the stuck place and integrate it through the rest of the brain. And then what you experience through the processing is a release of that trauma, that stuck trauma, and also a release of all of those dominating thoughts, feelings, and body sensations. Most people know EMDR for its treatment of post-traumatic stress. And when they're thinking about post-traumatic stress, they're thinking about a big single life event that happens. And EMDR is very effective for treating that, but EMDR is also effective for treating something else, which is these smaller little life events that kind of stack up over time and create just this sense of unease, this sense of disconnection, this sense of not fully living up to your true potential. People, when they're kind of talking about their lives, they might say, well, I don't have, some terrible thing that happened in my childhood. My parents were fine, so I don't really understand why I'm having these self-esteem issues, or I feel like I'm just not totally myself, or there's something missing. And so, what I help people do is kind of look into that past, because these things aren't always so obvious. And it's really those things from the past that can really be driving the present discomfort, the present fears, the present not feeling good enough type of feelings. So there are many ways to create dual awareness, which we believe is necessary for the integration of that stuck trauma piece and the accessing of it. And so what you see here is the neurotech, which is creating that bilateral stimulation between the right and the left hemisphere, which is helping move the information across the brain. Through the EMDR process, really the goals are to establish and create a peace of mind, a sense of control over yourself in the world, to show up as yourself, and really to foster that great relationship with yourself and other people that you care about.